Live 6 hand and 7 hand, 8 hand bunch. Daylight come and me wanna go.
Harry Belafonte was born Harold George Belafonte Jr. at the Lion Inn Hospital on March 1st, 1927 in Harlem, New York. The son of Jamaican-born parents, Harold George Belafonte Sr., who worked as a chef, and Melvine Nee Love, who worked as a housekeeper. His mother was a child of a Scottish-Jamaican mother and an Afro-Jamaican father. From 1932 to 1940, Harry Belafonte lived with one of his grandmothers in her native country of Jamaica, where he attended Wolmers School.
And all my music, I rooted it in the conditions of Black history. Banana Boat wasn't just a song that delighted people. If they dug deeply enough into the lyrics of that song, it's a song of great power and protest from the Black voice. Live 6 hand and 7 hand, 8 hand bunch. Daylight come and me wanna go. That thing wraps up a whole life of who we are. I love being Black and discovering all the things that Black was about, and tried desperately to make sure I portrayed that aspect of our being.
Upon returning to New York City, he attended George Washington High School, after which he joined the U.S. Navy and served during World War II. In the 1940s, he was working as a janitor assistant when a tenant gave him, as a gratuity, 2 tickets to see the American Negro Theater. He fell in love with the art form and also became friends with Sidney Poitier. Harry Belafonte was the first Jamaican American to win an Emmy for Revlon Review. Tonight with Belafonte, 1959, 2 live albums, both recorded at the Carnegie Hall in 1959 and 1960, enjoyed critical and commercial success. He was one of the many entertainers recruited by Frank Sinatra to perform at the inaugural gala of the President John F. Kennedy in 1961. From February 5th to the 9th, 1968, Belafonte guest hosted The Tonight Show, substituted for Johnny Carson. Among his interviewed guests were Martin Luther King Jr. and Senator Robert F. Kennedy.
I really wish I could be around for the rest of this century to see what Hollywood does with the rest of the century. Maybe, just maybe, it could be civilization's game changer. After all, Paul Rosa said, artists are the radical voice of civilization. Each and every one of you in this room, with your gift and your power and your skills, could perhaps change the way in which our global humanity mistrusts itself. Perhaps we, as artists and as visionaries for what's better in the human heart and the human soul, could influence citizens everywhere in the world to see the better side of who and what we are as a species. I thank each and every one of you for this honor. And to my fellow honorees, I could have had no better company than to have shared this evening with each of you. Thank you very much.
He was an American singer, actor, producer, and activist who was a key figure in the folk music scene of the 1950s, especially known for popularizing the Caribbean folk songs known as calypsos. He was also involved in various social causes, notably the civil rights movement. He left high school to serve in the U.S. Navy in the 1940s after returning to New York City. Belafonte studied drama at Erwin Piscato's dramatic workshop, where a singing role led him to nightclub engagements and a recording contract as a pop singer. In 1950, Belafonte became a folk singer, learning songs at the Library of Congress's American Folk Song Archives. He sang Caribbean folk songs as well in nightclubs and theaters. His handsome appearance added to his appeal as a frequent performer on television variety programs, with hit recordings such as Day Ho, the Banana Boat Song, and Jamaica FARWELL. He initiated a fad for calypso music and became known as the King of Calypso. He made a Broadway debut appearing in the musical John Murray Anderson's Almanac. From 1953 to 54, for his performance, he won a Tony Award as a supporting actor. He received a Grammy Award for Swing That Hammer in 1960. He also collaborated with South African singer Miriam Makeba. He appeared in films such as Buck and the Preacher 1972, Uptown Saturday Night 1974, The Player 1992, Kansas City 1996, Bobby 2006, and The Black Klansman 2018. Throughout his career, Belafonte was involved in various causes. He was a supporter of the civil rights movement and a close friend of Martin Luther King Jr. Belafonte was active in the African humanitarian efforts, notably appearing on the charity song We Are the World in 1985. In 1987, he became a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. He received the John Urschalt Humanitarian Award for the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences in 2014. In 2022, Belafonte was selected for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.